Hey gang, Tony here. I'm here with a tag of sorts. I think it's called, what is it called? I think it's called The Secret Life of a YouTuber. I don't know how secret my life really is, but I was tagged by Johnny Tellez, who answered these questions as well. I haven't prepared any answers, so I'm just going to be going off the cuff a little bit. I have my coffee right here. It's steaming. I'm pretty sure at some point I will burn my mouth on video for your amusement, so you have that to look forward to. And yeah, you know, I wanted to do this now because it is about noon and I'm that close to prepping my Sunday gravy for the lasagna. That's the Christmas Day lasagna. I know I'm calling it the Sunday gravy, and it's today's Monday, I think, but you know, that's just kind of what it is. It's the Sunday gravy. And for those of you who don't know, that's basically red sauce with meat in it. It's like for pasta and stuff, but you know, we're Italian American from Brooklyn, so we call it Sunday gravy. Anyway, so that's what I'm doing today. We eat lasagna for Christmas Day, so I'm prepping it now because God knows that the amount of time it takes to actually make the gravy and the lasagna and everything else, it's just way too much to do on Christmas all at once. So we do it, I do it, or my mom will do it, or someone will do it, and then freeze it, and then we kind of assemble it together on Christmas. So, I have these questions. There are 13 of them. I'm going to go through them now. And you're really interested, right? I know you are. You're not. You don't care. But I'm going to answer them anyway. So there. Alright, what do we got? How long have you been on YouTube? Ah, crap. I really should have prepped this, I guess. I joined YouTube like years and years ago, but didn't do any videos. And then I'm going to estimate like maybe 3 years ago, something like that, I started doing homebrew videos. Some of you know this. Some of you maybe have watched some of those videos from way back when. Others may have no idea. But I think the first couple of videos I did was for my novel when it was coming out. So I did like a book trailer and a reading of my novel. And then from there, I started doing the homebrew stuff because I brew my own beer. And there was this little homebrew community on YouTube that I found. And I thought it was kind of cool. So I started making videos mostly having to do with that. And then at some point, while I was doing those homebrew videos, I kind of like started combining horror stuff into it. Not always. And it was almost always just beer stuff. But I started trying to get my love of horror in there somehow. I would do like Halloween stuff and things like that. And then, when did Box of Dread start? Because I think it started with the Box of Dread when I started doing the unboxings. I heard about the mystery box. I want to say it was just over a year ago, I think. Maybe a little over a year, maybe a year and like a few months when I started doing the unboxings. And that's when I like got the first Box of Dread, and I realized, whoa, people are actually watching these like unboxing video things. So I started doing more of that stuff and kind of started moving away from the homebrew and more into the horror and my writing, and the sculpting obviously took. So that was a really long answer for a really short question. I've been on YouTube for about 3 years. Half of that doing the unboxing stuff, I guess. Something like that. At what point do you think you will stop being on YouTube? I don't know. When I don't have time to do it anymore, I guess. If I ever get bored of doing it, that'll probably, I'll just stop. I don't know. I don't see that happening because the community here on YouTube is pretty awesome, and I really do enjoy doing these. What is the best thing about YouTube? I just said it, the community. That's what drew me to it to begin with the homebrew thing, and what keeps me here now is no matter what I do on here, there always ends up being this like circle of people who all kind of do similar things and like to watch the videos of each other and talk and communicate over on Facebook, and it spreads out from YouTube. But I love that. I love that aspect of it. You might notice I will always answer, comments. Like even if you just say awesome video, I'll put a smiley face. I'll say thanks. I'll say cheers. I cannot let a comment sit unanswered because, that's what it's all about for me. It's the you know, the communication, the back and forth. So yeah, that's what I like about it. What's the worst thing about YouTube? Can you see that I'm like, I keep and like, I want the coffee, but I'm pretty sure I'm gonna burn my lips. Okay, you ready? You ready to see me like just burn the crap out of my mouth? That wasn't that bad, actually. Are you disappointed? You're disappointed that you did not see pain. Pain and suffering. I know these things. I could tell. I'm gonna go for another sip. Pardon me, that's like the first thing to go into my stomach all day so far. So next, what's the worst thing about YouTube? All right. I watched Johnny's video and he said kind of the same thing I'm about to say, and that is nothing yet. I know there is that kind of like the dark side of YouTube. I've seen it. You know, I've watched videos and then looked at comments where the comments were just a beehive of fucking like negativity and awfulness. Luckily, I haven't really had to deal with anything like that. I think I've probably had a couple of comments here or there that were maybe like a little sarcastic or like a little, you know, on the negative side, but I haven't, nothing awful, nothing I can't deal with or anything. So I don't know. It's been cool so far. I like it. This is probably, I just opened the doors, didn't I? I just opened the doors to people like, fuck you, Rapino. I'm sorry. Oh, God. Oh, man. It's going to happen now. I know it. All right. What's next? What do you do to make it okay? What do I do to make it okay? Oh, what do I do to make the worst thing about YouTube okay? I drink? No, I don't know. I don't do anything, I guess. I'm here, man. You know, I comment, respond to comments, I do the videos. I don't know. There's no answer to that, I guess. How many thumbnail options do you usually take? I kind of let YouTube just choose the thumbnail for me, usually. They just kind of pick what, there's the 3 options, I guess. And normally, whatever YouTube chooses, I'll be like, well, whatever. And it's usually me like, and you know, what are you going to do? I don't care. It really doesn't bother me. But if I'm doing an unboxing and I notice that the thumbnail has me like showing one of the items, I'll quickly try to, you know, change the thumbnail. I don't know if there's an option, a selection on here that like takes away the YouTube automatic thumbnail, but yeah. So I think I answered that question. All right, what's up next? Come on, come on, come on, Rapino, keep talking. Who is your YouTuber crush? I don't know. Now, I don't think I have a YouTuber crush. Who? I don't know how to answer that. I don't have one, I guess. Sorry, I'm sorry, everyone, to disappoint you. There's some sexy ladies out there. Don't get me wrong. But yeah, I don't know. No one. Sorry. Who is on your collab wish list? So you know, again, a lot like what Johnny said in his video. I've never really thought about it before. I do collaborate with people in other ways because I'm a writer, and with the sculpting even, I've collaborated with Ryan Barber, who we're doing that Gory Gifts of Christmas thing with a lot of people right now. But we collaborated on my werewolf magnet and kind of like, you know, did a sharing sort of thing with the October giveaways and things. And then all my writer buddies who I've actually collaborated with artistically, in the sense that, you know, I write with them sometimes, critiquing. Mercedes Yardley and I have actually, you know, intertwined stories together, which I talked about in my recent Google Hangout with them. The Google Hangout with my writer friends, Todd Kiesling, Mercedes Yardley, Eric Pruitt. You know, I've helped out people like Ben Eads, who's another writer, who have like critiqued some of his work, and he's read some of my work. Troy Blackford, who's published some of my work. So, you know, obviously there's like a lot of writer things, and the collaboration there is most of the time behind the scenes, I guess, because it's like me and them working on something artistically. But, as you may know if you watch Johnny's videos, Johnny, Telez, myself, and Girl Terror are all going to do a Google Hangout of our own, which is going to be awesome, because my Google Hangouts that I do now are completely writer-oriented. So if you're not like a writing, you know, if you're not a reader, or at least, you know, kind of interested in horror, because we talk a lot about horror stuff too, then you might not be all that interested in those particular Google Hangouts. So this one, with Johnny and Girl Terror, are going to be, I'm sorry, Tiffany, are, ooh, oh, I hope that's your name. I'm pretty sure that's your name. I'm doing really well today. Yeah. Those are going to be like, you know, more horror stuff, and Johnny was talking about like doing like a mass unboxing of the Box of Dread, and that's going to be really cool. So I'm looking forward to that. What are you wearing on the bottom half, the part we can't see on your vlog? Okay. I'm pretty sure sometimes you guys could see, like, because I'll stand up or whatever, but right now I'm wearing pajamas. Pajama bottoms. Because I am fancy. I'm a very fancy man, and I wear pajamas. Sometimes I'm wearing jeans or corduroys. Yes. Sorry, that is not more enticing answer. I don't know if people are, like, looking for, you know, G-strings or a tiny Santa hat. Not that tiny, though! God. Alright, next up, we have... How long till you actually click record? How long till you actually click record? I don't know what that means. Which probably says something about me as a YouTuber. I honestly, I don't know. I bring my camera over here, and I sit down. Sometimes I'll put like music on my computer over there, and then I hit record and I start talking. I don't know. So, a minute, I suppose. How do you feel about the YouTube community and culture? YouTube culture. That's new to me. Is there a culture? I don't know. I feel that the communities on YouTube in which I collaborate and participate are fun and interesting, and I think they are of benefit to the watchers, the viewers, and the people who are making the videos. I don't know that I would necessarily define it as a culture. I guess you could on the larger scale, and when you talk about the YouTube community and culture on that larger scale, not the small communities wherein I participate, I don't have much comment on that. I don't think. There was a recent South Park episode with you know, PewDiePie, I think is the name, and they kind of make their own comments about that stuff, and I don't really have much to say about it. I guess it doesn't interest me, I guess, is the best way, the nicest way I could put it. Most of YouTube does not interest me. You know, like the cat videos. Okay, there are some really cool cat videos, but I honestly don't like sit down and watch a ton of YouTube, except for the people that I kind of met and know. I tend to watch your videos, and everyone else can go fuck themselves. Just kidding. All right. What is your secret to a successful YouTube channel? I don't think I have a successful YouTube channel, in the sense that, I mean, I just reached 1,000 subscribers after, like, how many years of me doing this. So while it's really cool and I was very excited to reach 1,000, I'm like, yeah, 1,000 giveaway, take stuff. I don't know that that really means anything in terms of successful, how successful I am as a YouTuber. I think if I rate my success based on the entertainment value that my viewers are receiving, I think that I'm doing pretty well, because I have, you know, awesome viewers. You guys are amazing. You comment, You seem to really like the stuff that I do, even when I'm just sitting here talking at you, or just opening a box and being like, "Meh." So that's nice to see that, and you know, that to me, that's success. That there, even if it's just a handful of people who dig what I'm doing, that's success. You may have noticed I don't monetize the channel, so I have no ads here. I'm not trying to make money directly off of the YouTube channel. I'm not sure I could if I wanted to. With 1,000 subscribers, if I were to monetize, does that come to like 10, like 5 cents? I really don't know. I've never bothered looking into it. I don't plan on looking into it. Not to say anything against people who do monetize it. It's fine. I mean, I probably would if I had like hundreds of thousands of viewers or something, or you know, if I thought that it was worthwhile in some way. But you know, I don't consider that part of the success thing. Would I like to start getting more and more subscribers? Yes and no. Here's the interesting thing. I like that my subscribers are interactive and want to be here. What I've noticed with the people who have like 1 million subscribers, that's when, you know, you go back to that question about the worst thing about YouTube. You know, that's when you get a lot of negative, awful comments coming in, when you have that huge audience. And, you know, that's, I guess, that's the negative side of having a huge audience. Which I don't really get. Like, why do you watch if you don't like it? But, I don't know. So, it's, you know. But I just realized that I didn't answer the question, which is, what is my secret to successful YouTube channel? And I guess I wasn't answering it because I don't think it... Alright. Giveaways. I like to do giveaways. People like giveaways. They bring in more subscribers, and it makes people happy. So I like doing that. Being myself, I guess. You know, I don't try to put on like a persona. This is me. Maybe a slightly exaggerated version of me sometimes, but it's me. You know, I teach, so I'm used to just talking and doing things with people and interacting. And I think that, interestingly enough, when I do these YouTube videos, it's kind of like that teacher version of me comes out a little bit, I think. And I feel like there's one other thing I want to say about successful YouTube channel, but I can't remember, so I'm not gonna. Oh, editing. Johnny was talking about editing. I used to edit my videos. If you have the time, I'd say that's probably a good idea. I think people probably like my videos a little more when I was editing them down, taking out the fluff, putting music in there, putting like visual gags and things. I used to love doing that, but I just don't have the time anymore. As I mentioned, I make no money doing this, so it's hard for me to justify spending like 3 hours editing a video that, you know, I could have been sculpting, for instance, and or writing, you know. So I like to do this, but I also am realistic about the expectations. Like, you know, being that I don't get paid to do it, I can't spend a ton of time like polishing the videos and buying, you know, $1,000 cameras and putting lighting up and stuff. Although I would love to. I wish I could. I wish I had the time and the money to do it. Who do I tag? Who am I gonna tag? I will tag. You know what? I'm gonna do like The Walking Dad. Definitely The Walking Dad. Tag, yo, where it? And Your Geeky Neighbor. Tag your it. And I'm gonna like you know, if you want to or not, you don't have to do this. I'm not the biggest fan of tags, but frankly, I wanted to get another video up in there in between these other things I'm doing, so it worked out for me. If you don't want to do it, you don't have to. I'll tag Mr. Tony the Dead too, if you watch this long. I'm not going to tell anyone about this. I'm not going to contact any of you three personally to say, hey, I tagged you. So I'm going to say, like, the chances that you guys actually watched this long through all this and got to this point and know that you're tagged, probably pretty slim. I don't blame you. But if you do see it and you want to do it, you can. Okay, everybody. It's time for me to go make lasagna. Merry Christmas. I'm probably going to have another video or two before Christmas. And I'll see you soon. Breathe deep of the night. Cheers.